So I probably just chose the worst possible day to try and clean those coilovers off so I can sell them. They're for sale, by the way. Hit me up on Instagram if you want them. But I probably chose the worst possible day to clean them because it's like 40 degrees out here and I can't feel my fingers. So yeah, man, that was probably dumb. Probably should have did that another day, but whatever. So we're gonna fix some things on the management that I looked up that I need to do differently, and just see where this episode takes us. This is episode 3 of the FRS rebuild, so let's hop to it. So first off, I want to start in this area. When I was working on this in the previous episode, I had all the guys over, so I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing or reading instructions. First off, I need to, let me see, is the fuse on here? I think it is. Okay, yeah, fuse is in there. What I need to do actually is install some little connectors to the end of this and install it right there on top of the battery terminals and on top of that one right there. So there's some little connectors in the plastic packaging over there that I need to grab. Also, instead of running the signal wire to the 7.5 fuse in here, I'm going to run into this 10 right here, and then that should be pretty much it for the wiring in this area. That's just a couple little things I need to change up. And oh wait, as a matter of fact, I need to install a fuse on this wire too. I need to do that and put the power cords on these little bolts. So yeah, let me do that real quick. So if you'll look, this is what I did. I threw one of these little connectors on. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Right there and right there. Also, I threw secondary fuse on the signal wire with this little cord. So that goes right here next to this 30. Let me see if I can do it while I'm holding the camera. Right there. And that's it. Just throw the fuse box cover and everything should have power. So I got that situated. That's close enough. Alright, I got that situated. So everything I'm gonna have to do from now on is basically gonna be back here in the trunk and running air lines and installing the actual bags, putting the tank in. I hope I hope the trunk actually pops. Hold on, let's see. Nope, I figured. Did I leave it open? I did not. Hold on a second. Okay, so I run into a little snag since the battery is just completely, totally dead. I can't open the trunk for whatever reason. The key won't open the trunk, and also I can't turn the key. Nothing happens, and when I press the trunk open button, nothing happens. So I'm guessing that battery is just completely, totally, 100% run dry. I could jump it off, but I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to, I guess, just start throwing the actual, I'm gonna start getting the bags themselves ready to throw in, because I basically can't open the trunk to get in there and do anything. So I want to keep making progress, but I guess it won't be on the trunk right this second. So I'm gonna go grab the bags and we'll start getting those ready to throw in the car. So here's the front bag. I'm gonna start with the fronts. You got the air hose that runs to those, and they thread in right there. So if you can see that, they thread in right there. And I'm gonna throw some Teflon tape and get those threaded in. So basically all you need is a 17mm wrench. And when you use Teflon tape, one thing I was always told is to never wrap it more than 3 times. I probably wanted to wrap it 3 times since it's already got a little bit of thread sealant on there, that orangish brown stuff. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit. Hopefully it won't leak, because if it does, that would suck. And I'll have to take all this apart. And 3. Also, go ahead and put Teflon tape on both sides so you can go ahead and install your hose fittings. Pretty simple, and I'll just use a wrench to tighten that on. And then also, when you install the hose onto the actual bag, you want to turn it, get it hand tight, and then turn it 1 3/4 of a turn with the wrench after hand tight. So yeah, that's what the instructions said. Alright, after you get your hose installed into the bag 1 3/4 hand tight, and also the same with the fitting, 1 3/4 hand after hand tight, I'm just gonna go ahead and install the dampening adjustment, however that goes. Yeah, I'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one ready, and then I don't know, maybe I'll throw it in the car, I guess. Alright, those bags are all teed up and ready to go. I'm gonna have to take a break from this because I'm supposed to be going to do something with my family since everybody's off work. It's the holidays. None of us celebrate Christmas, but we use this time to like hang out with each other since nobody has to work. So I'm gonna go hang out with them. We're probably gonna see a movie and eat dinner or whatever. And then I don't know when I'll get back. It may be dark, it may not be. I'm not sure. But I will pick this back up when I get back home. It's just about to be dark. It's like on the brink. But good news, I went ahead and just jumped it off with my new vehicle that I got, and I was able to pop the trunk. So yeah, that battery is just completely toast. So I can't afford to get a new one right now, so you know, I'll get one when I can. But until then, I believe I have the management all hooked up correctly. Now I just got to start running airlines and figure out where I want to get everything set up. I'm gonna pull out this black foam stuff and figure out where I'm gonna start running airlines. Yeah, we got the front bag set up. Rear bags are in the house. I need to go get those and get those set up. But it's literally the same thing as the fronts, so I probably won't film that. And I got to figure out where I want to place the manifold and place the tank and compressor. So let me kind of brainstorm a little bit and pull out some of this stuff. Then I'll get back to you once I figure it out. All right, so I'm gonna hop on YouTube and kind of try to look at what some other people do with their trunks, or ask a few people on IG what they do with theirs. But in the meantime, I guess I'll start getting this air tank ready. I just was kind of looking at the instructions. See that 90-degree fitting goes, if it'll ever focus, this camera sucks. The 90-degree fitting goes there, which is what I have. I'm gonna throw that in, get the, what is this, water trap, and yeah, get it ready to be hooked up to the manifold and stuff like that. Maybe I can get, you know, just start getting some of the stuff in the trunk ready to go. First of all, I just want to say, kind of like, I'm sorry, maybe there's not enough stuff happening in these videos for them to be interesting, but I really just kind of want to try to take my time on this as much as possible and do everything right and just not rush. So I want to take my time, and if it ends up being 30 videos long, then that's just what it'll be. If it ends up being 5, then I probably rushed it and something's probably going to go wrong. So you guys bear with me while I, you know, figure this stuff out. All right, as you can see, I got the little fittings onto the tank. My thought process is doing like a really clean, usable trunk setup is the way I want to go. but it's also looking like it's going to be the most difficult thing to do, especially by myself. I don't have an extra pair of hands or anything like that. It would be way easier, since we've done this before in the past, to just do like a regular, just do like a wood floor. I don't want to do actual wood, but do some kind of hard floor and just mount everything on top of that. And that would literally be just the easiest thing to do. But I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to route airlines. See, this is the airline right here. There's a grommet down here that right there, and you can't see it because of the light. There's two grommets down here. There's one on the right side that leads to the outside of the car. So I'll go ahead and use those to run to the two rear bags, and then probably run the two air hoses for the front bags through the cabin. Like where I ran the harness on that side, I'll run it, the airline through there too, and also the airline for that side through here. So yeah, but yeah, there's the airline, and it comes out right here. So that's pretty convenient. I'll probably just punch like a hole in that grommet and run the airline through that, so that way it can stay watertight. And that will go to the bag, which is not in there yet. So I guess I'll start working on that. Alrighty, if you can see, I finished this side. And you see that? That's right, you don't see anything. So that's the course of this light. But got all the cords, the harness, signal wire, and an airline for the front passenger side, all hidden up under that little panel and back behind there. And that's a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing on the other side, and then that'll probably be the last thing I do tonight. So, but if any of you guys ever try this, all that signal wire, harness that goes up to the battery, and an airline fits up on, all up under there in that little crevice. I was able to pop that thing back on, so I'm pretty sure it'll work on the other side too. All I'm running on this side is just an airline, and maybe the wire for the controller. I haven't figured out where I want to mount the controller yet, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna run that up under there or not, but we will see. We'll figure it out. It's a learning process for me, so just kind of learning as I go. But I'm gonna bust out the airline on this side too while I'm at it. So let's see, does this pop off too, just like the other one? I hope it does. Come on, darn you. Heard something pop. Okay, so as I'm running this airline through the driver's side, I discovered something pretty funny that I hadn't noticed before. I'm down in here trying to run the airline through, and I see that. If I can get it to focus on it. Dude, this has been like squirrels eating nuts inside of my car. This is crazy. So I'm probably gonna get in there and vacuum that stuff out at some point. But it's like a bunch of cracked acorns and stuff like that. That's crazy. Wow.